Greetings. Oops. Let's see what that card says then. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, we're definitely all aiming in the right direction. Okay. It's right around 12 o'clock. And at 12, I usually do a mini meditation for peace. I think about peace and I bring peace into my heart, peace into my mind, peace into my experience. And I stay there for maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, however long I can. And I think about sending that peace out into like the world. And so that's what like I'm doing at 12. And today I was guided to pull some cards for our upcoming week to kind of reflect and show like as a collective where we're at and what energy we're working with. Yep. Very interesting. So when I said to find out where we're at, a card comes out. Here's where we're at. All right. So we're in this beautiful Five of Swords and Aquarius and the air energy aspect of Venus. So what comes through for that one for the collective is that we're like on this particular card, it shows that there's more than Venus at work here, right? And because it shows that there's more than Venus at work, there's Mercury, there's Mars, and there's Jupiter. And it's about bringing your thoughts into your emotions and allowing yourself to feel safe. So there's like this tendency that we have to externalize our experience. And when we externalize it and we say, that is because I feel, or however we're saying it, we not only give away our authority, we give away our whole perception of what our experience is. We let that determine how we feel. We let that determine like what our next choice is. And a lot of times it's really us telling ourselves that, and that's not really what the circumstance is because we're the ones that have made it up, right? So that's the space that we're in right now. 5 is also about faith. It's about faith and focusing on everything working out and feeding yourself good thoughts. And a 5 is situational. So it's only situational, okay? All right, so situationally this week, we're in our heads an awful lot about what the material aspect is. It doesn't make it good or bad. That's just a general read of the collective. Seems to be on point so far from what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing. All right. So we probably would like to shift that, right? And because we'd like to shift that, all of us on the thread start to think in terms of what would be best for humanity, right? I lean into that because I can just, I know that I'm part of a greater whole and it's not all about me. And so when I lean into humanity and I think about what kind of energy I would like for all of us to experience, I start to think in terms of love and authenticity, compassion, kindness, peace, right? And I just practice those vibrations because as I say the word, I feel the meaning, right? So as I say the word, I feel the meaning. And that is the dictionary of energy that you've designated throughout the time of your life, okay? All right. So we'll get another card. We're looking for a shift now. Everybody is very aware of their feelings. You're not choosing any. We're just in that awareness right now, okay? All right. And you might feel like you're relaxing into some energy or a vibration. And it might feel peaceful and it might feel settled and satisfying. And these are suggestions to help you gravitate toward a feeling or an emotion that you would like to have. All right. Okay. Oh, very cool. Yes. All right. So this is like the hand of God as well. So Yod, this right here. Okay. And it's Aquarius based as well. All right. And this is the star card. So the star card is about your faith. So we're already in a situation of faith, but this is about your faith in action. Like, how is it that you put yourself out there? What are some of the greater things that you do for yourself and others, and that you can continue to do? What's sustainable for you? How can you help other people in sustainability? And so that's kind of like what the star card is meaning right here. And in that, it's like whatever you have is it that you consider enough for you, you can be somewhat generous with to others. It isn't about giving everything away. It's not about self-effacing things. It's about building community from like your understanding and your belief of humanity, how you would like for humanity to experience itself, right? Right now, there's a lot of horror going on around the planet. And in that horror, there's still change that's happening, incremental change. All right. Incremental change. And in that incremental change, we're deciding how it is that we would like for it to be. And that's through our thoughts and through our feelings. So when you start feeding more limitation into a situation, let's say you're watching something and you're thinking about it and you're feeling about it, okay? When you're thinking and feeling about it, those are vibrations. Those vibrations are directly correlating to whatever it is that you're watching. If you are in the horror of it, you're practicing that vibration and adding to that vibration. If you are in it and you recognize that you're in it and you say, oh, I see that this is what people are experiencing, you can begin to transmute, because the law of energy, the law of the universe works that way. You can begin to transmute the energy that you're experiencing into a different vibration offering that you could put back into the situation. So you could put a beautiful offering of peace. I know peace seems far-fetched for a lot of the things, but peace is usually ease, comfort, it's society, community, it's like that. It's very humanitarian. And you want to feel it yourself, change the vibration that you're practicing, and then you want to imagine or pretend that you're sending this beautiful energy into their experience. All right. And that's what we're mastering right now, is consciousness. We're mastering consciousness. I see a lot of people are asking me for messages. I'm not doing messages right now. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'll be doing messages. Today, I just wanted to do a collective reading because we're all in this space. It's a beautiful Monday and we all woke up with like, oh, another WTF moment. And we might have felt very heavy, and we might have felt like finances were really dismal, and we might have felt like community is breaking up, and we might have focused into everything that was not okay. Okay. And that takes its toll on us after a while. So the idea isn't just to say, oh yeah, I'm perfect, everything's great. It's to practice a vibration so that you have more opportunity in that vibration. All right. That's what we're learning to master. So we'll pull a third card, because we all shifted into the understanding that we're responsible to and for ourselves in how we feel and think of circumstance. When we feel and think of circumstance, we're adding vibration to what's already there. We're also borrowing energy and moving it around. Okay. And depending on how strong your vibration is, how attractive you are to the situation, most people who are in hardship want success. Okay. So if you're noticing hardship in a circumstance and then you want to feed it, everything is always working out for me, that will work. See what I mean? It's a feeling that you're giving to the situation. It adds perspective to the expansion. It feels like choice to people who otherwise may not have had choice because everybody's focusing in the dismal direction. So that changes everything. It gives you opportunity because the opportunity changes around you. I know it sounds too good to be true and it sounds too simple. Yet this is what we did to get it to where it is. Exactly what we did to get it to where it is. So we need to do it differently. If you keep putting the same information on the pattern, it's going to behave the same way and you're going to have the same result. And the information you're putting on the pattern is energy. The energy that you're putting on the pattern is the information that you're thinking and feeling. And when you put that onto the pattern behaves exactly the way you said it. Okay. So if you're going into a site and you're scrolling and you're seeing maybe a hardship of an indigenous people that you connect with, or of another body of people that you connect with, your hardship that you have lived is going to trigger. It's going to come up. You're going to automatically be a match for that vibration, whatever yours is, no matter if it's as bad, not as bad, whatever you think. Okay. It's going to trigger. The reason is because you are vibration. So when it triggers, if you recognize it, you can sit with it until it calms, until you calm yourself and you let your nervous system relax. Recognize that you're not in that situation, but you are empathetic toward that situation. You could pull your energy back to yourself. All right. And then decide what you would want to experience in that situation. What energy would you like to experience in that situation? Would you like to have more love? Would you like to have more understanding? And you feel the vibration, you say the word, feel it. All right. Compassion, kindness. See how one follows the other and it keeps coming? It's because you're literally shifting the vibration of the experience. It will feel that way eventually because just like you were a vibrational match to get triggered, so will they be. See how it works? Keep feeding it love. Keep feeding it peace. Keep feeding it understanding. Keep feeding it everything that you think is good. Everything that you think is good. Not how you're siding with horror, right? Because you're already adding that. We're all like this. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Oh no. That is the other energy. That's the other energy signature. See how it feels? It feels all, for me, I call this crunchy. It feels crunchy. And that's chaos and confusion. And that's what's being generated into our experience on purpose. And we perpetuate it. We perpetuate it because we focus on it because we want to fix it. How you fix it is you change your vibration. You step outside of it with how you're being made to feel, okay? Because it's behavior. All right. And you say, oh, is this how I want to be? Is this how I want to be? Okay. When you put yourself into a different vibrational understanding, more opportunities in a different way come to you that can solve the situation, that can literally ease the situation to the point of where it changes. And that's what eventually will happen anyway. It's eventually going to change anyway. The direction is up to us. It's truly up to us in the way that we think and feel. This is the very beginning of how you change what you're observing. The very beginning. You're at the leading edge of this expansion. If we were to think and feel into things like there's so many different beliefs out there about like Lemurians and the Atlantis and all of these other cultures and other civilizations that had it in that beautiful way and everybody got along and blah. Let's do that. Let's think about Earth being that beautiful sanctuary. Let's think about Earth being that love, because Earth is that. So you start thinking about that and you start thinking about the globe. You can even stand outside of it, pretend you're huge and you're in the galaxy and you're looking at the little ball of Earth and you're saying, this is what I would like for Earth. I would like for Earth to feel peace. I would like for Earth to feel ease. And you wait until it comes. I would like for the Earth and all its inhabitants to feel supported and loved. I would like for people to begin to feel harmonious with one another. I would like for us to become more inclusive with one another. I would love for communities to easily pop up that don't represent all the separation that they've made. I would love for each of us to feel safety. I would love for each of us to feel ease, calm, authenticity, alignment. And I go into that vibration. While I am not in the middle of the Gaza Strip, I can think of the Gaza Strip and I can begin to send this energy that I've just created, this vibration there. And I can imagine the strip. I can imagine that this energy is just going to be beautiful and give everyone ease and comfort, and it's going to quell all of the tension, right? I can't bring people back from the dead yet. Right? Okay. And you feel it settling. All right. And as you feel it settling, you start to let go, because that's just one place that could use that love. That's just one place that could use that love. That's what we're learning from that peace walk. We're learning that it has to start with you. It has to start with us. It can't start anywhere else. We're the ones that are in charge of the vibration that brought us here. And if we change how it is that we view that vibration and practice it, everything changes around us. It's scientifically proven that anyone who's meditating is affecting 5 miles of radius around them. So if you at 12 o'clock every day, all right, no matter where you're at, decide that you want to spend 3 minutes and just go into peace. What's peace feel like? Okay, I want to practice that vibe. You don't have to direct it anywhere. You could just say it to anyone in need. See, it's easy. You don't have to select a particular place. I do, because I feel that hardship. So I send it there for transmutation. All right. That's what this card is about. All right. This card is about managing your energy, sending it where you would like in the loveliest ways possible. And then our outcome. What's our most likely outcome? More faith. More faith. More faith. Okay. So, okay. All right. That makes better sense. So during this next 2 weeks, okay, the Leo full moon release aspect, okay, because that's what came up. So it's a 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is a fire card, right? And you can see that it depicts fighting and struggle, right? So we are going to have fighting and struggle, okay? But it's also going to help us lean into relationship in general, all right? So I would say that because this is a Gemini card, all right, and this is like referencing the full moon, that the Gemini card is probably closer to when we'll start to experience that. But we have to start now because we didn't want to notice it until now. Okay. And it's been going. So now we can do something. Now we can do something energetically. Energetically is where it all begins anyway. So there's no reason not to. Think to yourself at 12 p.m. every day, peace. It will probably be really, really good. So we're moving in a great direction, obviously. If we're moving toward relationship and support, that's really where we want to be. It builds community, and there's great things for that. Also, I'm going to be here tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then I will also be with my my friend Sarah on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And then on Thursday, I'll be with my other friend Laura at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Mountain. And I'll have a lot of fun. Then what Angie and I decided that we would do is that we're going to film a ritual. We'll provide a ritual, and then we're going to put it up on our YouTube channel, and we'll share it to Facebook. Okay, maybe. Anyway, and then we're going to go live after we film it and put it up. We'll go live and we'll answer any questions that you might have about the ritual, how to do it, but we're going to film it for you so that way you can have a practice. Now, ritual to me is my belief and my practice, and what I'm using is energy and alchemy. I'm connecting things energetically with intention to physical aspects so that way I can bring a physical result into my experience. I'm not doing anything other than focusing energy into an intention and allowing myself to feel like I can receive it. That's basically what any ritual is, okay? And so what you're really learning is intention and your own way how to do things. We're giving you suggestions. We'll use herbs, salts. We're doing the whole 9 yards, and we're just going to open our practice. It is a blended practice between she and I. So it's part mine, part hers. But what you're going to get is opportunity. You're going to get opportunity in how you would like to build your practice. And it's very important that you build a practice. Your practice is already in place. Is it purposeful? When you get up in the morning, you say, oh, I'm going to choose these shoes because, or I'm going to have hygiene because, or these clothes are going to XYZ. That's ritual. That's already ritual. You're already putting intention into it. You're already being a psychic and saying how things are going to turn out. It's exactly the same. We're going to do it with a little bit more flamboyance, and we're going to have fun. So I love you guys. I hope that you had a great day. Keep in mind, there might be a lot of times that you get to employ faith this coming week. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope that you guys have a great day.